Sometimes the hardest thing in life is not a lack of opportunities or talent, but realizing that the only thing standing between you and your potential is your decision in this very moment. It's not luck. It's not perfect timing. It's you choosing to believe that you are worthy of striving to be better each day. This is not about waiting for the world to hand you the perfect moment. Stoicism emphasizes that true power lies in how you respond to what happens around you. Epictetus once taught that we cannot control external events, but we can fully control how we respond to them. And today we will talk about one of the most powerful responses, deciding right now to act as if you are the best. Surely you've experienced moments of self-doubt, the small voice in your head saying, "I'm not ready," or "I'm not good enough." But the interesting truth is, you don't need to wait until you feel ready. The truth is, you become excellent not by waiting for perfect conditions, but by showing up with the mindset that you already have everything you need to succeed. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers reminded themselves daily to focus on what is within their control and to act with virtue in every circumstance. This is not about pretending or boasting. It is about stepping into your fullest potential with confidence and a clear sense of purpose. In this video, we will explore the mindset that can transform how you approach your goals, challenges in everyday life. Acting as if you are the best is not just a shift in thinking. It is the key to unlocking everything you are striving to achieve. When you apply this mindset, you learn to maintain inner confidence, strengthen discipline, and continuously grow without waiting for outside recognition or perfect conditions. Stay with us until the end of this video, because every minute will provide you with practical Stoic tools to enhance your abilities, build confidence, and create a positive impact on your surroundings. If you find this content valuable, be sure to subscribe, share the video, and join us on this journey of personal growth. The first principle is to act as if you are the best, even when the feeling of readiness hasn't arrived. This idea is not about arrogance or comparing yourself to others, but about setting the highest standard for yourself and committing to give your best effort. When you act with this mindset, every decision and behavior is shaped by the goal of becoming the best version of yourself. Stoicism emphasizes that inner strength comes from how you control your own reactions and behaviors, not from external factors like recognition, luck, or favorable circumstances. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that he constantly reminded himself to focus on what is within his control and to act with virtue. This shows that acting as if you are the best means staying true to your values and goals, regardless of difficulties or temporary setbacks. Looking deeper, this mindset helps strengthen your inner confidence, improve decision-making, and create positive energy around you. When you face a challenge with the belief that you are capable and worthy of success, you become more self-reliant, resilient, and proactive in seeking solutions instead of worrying or delaying. Stoicism views this as a way to train willpower and mental strength, because you learn to lead yourself rather than be controlled by external conditions. Moreover, acting as if you are the best helps you build the habit of excellence. When you repeatedly set high standards for yourself and live up to them each day, positive behaviors gradually become second nature. This is exactly the principle Seneca referred to. We become what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This is the very tool that helps you grow fully in ability, character, and spirit, without relying on recognition or external conditions. When practiced consistently, this mindset allows you to build confidence, resilience, and initiative, taking steady steps toward becoming the best version of yourself. The second principle to becoming the best version of yourself is to focus on the effort you put in, rather than clinging to the outcome. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control every external factor, we can always control our actions, attitude, and commitment. When you prioritize effort, you learn to be proactive, patient, and build sustainable growth. In reality, many people measure success by results: money, reputation, grades, or job position. However, outcomes are often influenced by many factors beyond our control. Effort is the only factor you truly control, and it is the foundation for building confidence, resilience, and continuous learning. Focusing on effort helps you reduce psychological pressure and avoid disappointment. When you no longer cling to the final outcome, you direct your attention to the process, learning, practicing, and improving yourself each day. This is how Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers practiced, placing emphasis on right action, hard work, and purposeful effort, regardless of the final result. Moreover, consistent effort builds habits and inner strength because every intentional action repeated over time shapes both character and ability. By focusing on effort, you not only improve your skills, but also train resilience, self-control, and the capacity to face challenges with calmness. This is why Stoicism regards prioritizing effort over results as the core of growth and lasting success. Effort is the key element in building confidence, discipline, and mental strength. When practiced consistently, it teaches you to set high standards for yourself, act proactively, and turn every effort into a solid step forward. The third principle is to cultivate self-discipline. Excellence does not come from inspiration or luck, but from habits, persistence, and the ability to control your daily actions. When you practice discipline, every choice and action is directed toward your goal, helping you develop both ability and resilience. Self-discipline begins with setting high standards for yourself and following them, regardless of emotions or external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that acting according to reason and inner values was more important than any temporary outcome. When you stay true to this principle, you learn to detach yourself from the fluctuations of your surroundings, maintain calmness, and focus on what truly matters. Practicing discipline strengthens your ability to take initiative and maintain self-control. Every intentional action, no matter how small, when repeated consistently becomes a habit, and from that, inner strength is built. You will no longer be swept away by emotions or procrastination, but instead learn to face each challenge with determination and thorough preparation. This is how willpower and wisdom are trained, the foundation for personal growth and achieving maximum effectiveness. Self-discipline also helps you manage time and energy effectively, reducing impulsive decisions or actions driven by temporary emotions. When you take control of your habits, actions, and reactions, you enhance focus, maintain a steady rhythm of life, and move closer to your goals. In doing so, you live more fully, grow sustainably, and reach your maximum potential. The eighth principle is to turn failure into opportunity. The fourth principle, acting as if you are the best, does not mean being arrogant or believing you are superior to others, but rather applying the highest standards to yourself and giving your all in every action. We can control our own thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors, and it is by holding ourselves to strict standards that we develop skills, willpower, and inner strength. When you act as if you are the best, you learn to show up with determination and confidence even when you don't feel ready, focusing your effort on what you can control instead of worrying about outcomes or others' judgments. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to concentrate on right actions, live with virtue, and remain undisturbed by factors beyond his reach. This attitude helps you face challenges proactively, learn from every experience, and unlock your full potential. Acting with this mindset helps you build the habit of excellence, because every purposeful action practiced consistently accumulates into real ability. Stoicism views this as a method of training the will, where each decision and behavior contributes to strengthening mental fortitude, patience, and long-term self-mastery. Acting as if you are the best strengthens your ability to lead yourself and positively influence your surroundings. When you fully commit with confidence, focus, and clear purpose, that energy radiates outward, inspiring and motivating others to raise their own standards of action. This is exactly how Stoicism guides us to live fully, growing personally while creating a positive impact on the world around us. The fifth principle for staying calm in adversity and strengthening mental resilience is to display confidence in every action. When facing challenges, instead of letting hesitation or worry take control, a Stoic learns to maintain faith in their own abilities and values. Marcus Aurelius observed that those who sustain inner confidence, combined with effort in high standards of conduct, tend to be more decisive, more resilient, and more capable of creating a positive influence on their surroundings. This principle is not just philosophy, It is a practical strategy for personal growth and effectiveness in every situation. Displaying confidence helps you generate positive energy and credibility, as your behavior and posture are often perceived by others before they even hear your words. When you act with confidence, you maximize your own potential and strengthen your ability to lead yourself. Stoicism emphasizes that inner belief matters more than external recognition. It is the driving force that allows you to move toward your goals with determination and focus. This is a tool that allows you to stay self-reliant, steadfast, and positively influence your surroundings, while also developing ability, inner strength, and resilience in life. It also helps you manage pressure and stress more effectively. When you trust in your own abilities, temporary difficulties or setbacks no longer discourage you. Instead, you begin to see challenges as opportunities to learn and strengthen yourself. The sixth principle is to focus on the present. In life, people are often caught up in the past or worried about the future. But Stoicism emphasizes that true strength lies in the present moment and in how you act right now. Marcus Aurelius observed that those who maintain full attention on each action, thought, and decision are usually calmer, more effective, and clearer in every situation. This principle is not just philosophical theory, it is a practical tool for optimizing life and developing inner strength. Focusing on the present helps you eliminate unnecessary worries about things beyond your control. When your mind is directed toward practical action in this moment, you can harness your energy, make wise decisions, and maintain inner peace. Stoicism sees this as a way to train self-mastery and resilience. Instead of being carried away by predictions or regrets, you concentrate on what truly matters and what lies within your control. This principle enhances your ability to perceive and evaluate situations objectively. By focusing on the present, you can more easily observe your own reactions, identify opportunities and risks, and adjust your actions in time. Every action then carries purpose, and every decision is guided by reason and your personal values. Focusing on the present also helps you cultivate positive energy and resilience in long-term challenges. When you learn to live in the moment, you reduce stress, improve adaptability, and develop the habit of facing difficulties with calmness and initiative. Stoicism views this as a way to optimize inner potential and build a foundation for sustainable growth. The seventh principle is to start now, without waiting for the feeling of readiness or perfect conditions. When faced with opportunities or challenges, people often delay because they doubt their abilities or worry about the outcome. True strength lies in taking decisive action in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius observed that those who step forward and act proactively instead of hesitating often seize opportunities more effectively, strengthen their willpower, and develop their potential. This principle is not just an idea, it is a practical life strategy to overcome procrastination and uncertainty. Starting now helps you build the habit of intentional action, strengthen discipline, and boost confidence. When you step into challenges with determination and commitment, you are no longer controlled by fear or anxiety, but instead use every opportunity to learn, improve, and move forward. This is how Stoicism teaches us to turn uncertainty into motivation and proactive action into inner strength. This also helps you break the cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. By focusing on simply starting, you learn to take control of your actions and prioritize practical steps instead of waiting for ideal conditions. This consistency builds resilience, strengthens decision-making, and provides the motivation to sustain long-term progress. In addition, starting immediately creates a compounding effect. Each small, proactive action adds up to significant progress over time, helping you improve adaptability, regulate emotions, and maintain calmness in any situation. When facing obstacles or setbacks, people often feel discouraged or fearful, but Stoicism emphasizes that every challenge is a chance to learn, train, and grow. Those who use failure to sharpen their skills and deepen self-awareness become more resilient, wiser, and stronger in character. This principle is not just philosophy. It is a strategy to transform difficulties into motivation for self-improvement. Turning failure into opportunity allows you to reassess your methods, adjust your actions, and enhance adaptability. Instead of seeing failure as the endpoint, you learn to view mistakes as valuable lessons. providing insights to improve both effectiveness and decisiveness. This is the Stoic way. Every obstacle does not define you. Your response to it is what builds true inner strength. This also helps you cultivate patience and resilience. When you recognize that failure is a natural part of growth, you maintain focus without losing motivation or becoming discouraged in the face of difficulties. Instead, you use each opportunity to develop skills, expand wisdom, and strengthen willpower, enhancing your self-mastery and emotional control. When you face obstacles with a learning mindset, you train yourself to handle stress, remain calm, and make clear decisions, turning every challenge into a stepping stone for growth. Each failure contributes to building resilience, strengthening inner power, and preparing you for greater opportunities in the future. The ninth principle is to develop inner strength. When facing pressure, challenges, or uncertainty, people often look for external support or get carried away by fleeting emotions, forgetting that true power comes from the ability to control one's own thoughts, emotions, and actions. Those who cultivate strong inner strength remain calmer, more steadfast, and better able to overcome difficulties, regardless of external circumstances. This principle is not just philosophy, but a practical strategy for achieving self-mastery and resilience in life. Cultivating inner strength allows you to maximize your energy and potential without relying on external factors. When you gain control over your reactions, thoughts, and emotions, you are no longer shaken by disappointment, anxiety, or things beyond your control. Stoicism views this as the foundation for making wise decisions, maintaining focus, and staying calm in any situation. In addition, inner strength enhances your ability to take control in every area of life. When your will is strong, you know how to set standards for your own actions and prioritize long-term goals instead of being swayed by short-term emotions or outside pressure. This helps you build the habit of clear thinking, make intentional decisions, and maintain a steady rhythm in life. Training inner strength is also a way to build resilience and perseverance in the face of hardship. When your inner power is strong, you are not paralyzed by fear or discouragement. Instead, every obstacle becomes an opportunity to sharpen skills, gain experience, and improve decision-making. Those who practice Stoicism understand that inner strength is the foundation that transforms failure into a stepping stone for success and growth. This also helps you cultivate positive energy and create a meaningful impact on your surroundings. When you control yourself and act based on reason and personal values, you exert a powerful influence on others, inspiring them and encouraging higher standards of action. This is how Stoicism guides us to live fully, strong within, positively impactful without, and steadily becoming the best version of ourselves. The 10th principle is to compete with yourself. Instead of comparing yourself to others and being influenced by social pressure, Stoicism emphasizes that your true opponent is the version of yourself from yesterday. Marcus Aurelius observed that those who focus on continuous self-improvement are often more steadfast, more decisive, and better equipped to overcome challenges. Competing with yourself allows you to focus on continuous progress rather than comparing results with others. Every action taken with the goal of surpassing your past self creates positive motivation, increases effectiveness, and helps you realize your true potential. At the same time, this principle develops discipline and self-control in every area of life. By comparing yourself to who you were instead of others, you learn to manage emotions, stay focused on long-term goals, and minimize distractions from external factors. This is how you steadily build sustainable ability and a strong mental foundation. Daily practice helps you strengthen self-evaluation and continuous improvement. By setting high standards for yourself each day, you learn to recognize your strengths and weaknesses and adjust your actions to keep progressing. Growth comes from comparing yourself to who you were yesterday, learning from failures, and staying steadfast in pursuing your goals. Competing with yourself fosters a sense of responsibility and proactivity in every action. When you set personal standards and commit to them, you create your own motivation, shape habits, and strengthen self-leadership, guiding yourself step by step toward the best version of who you are, with confidence, clarity, and resilience throughout the journey. The 11th principle is to be humble yet decisive. Knowing your own worth without arrogance is the foundation for sustainable growth. Those who remain humble in learning while staying firm in their decisions tend to be more focused, clearer in judgment, and able to build lasting credibility. This is not just philosophy. It is a strategy for balancing personal strength with healthy social relationships. Staying humble while acting decisively allows you to keep learning without being swayed by arrogance or self-doubt. When you recognize that there is always room for improvement, you actively seek new knowledge, skills, and experiences. At the same time, decisiveness ensures that you do not lose direction or hesitate when facing important choices. In addition, this principle enhances your decision-making and self-control in complex environments. Humility allows you to listen and learn from others, while decisiveness ensures you take actions aligned with your values and goals. This balance helps you avoid being swayed by social pressure or fleeting emotions and makes it easier to maintain mental stability. Practicing this principle also fosters positive relationships and creates a meaningful impact on the community. When you are humble, you show respect to others. When you are decisive, you inspire and lead through action, creating a positive environment where everyone can learn, grow, and raise their standards of conduct. Being humble yet decisive helps you develop a well-rounded character. You keep learning and adapting while acting firmly in line with your goals and values, training self-control, strengthening inner power, and building virtuous habits, all directed toward becoming the best version of yourself. The 12th principle is perseverance and consistent practice. Excellence does not appear overnight. It is built through continuous effort and positive habits. Steadfastness in even the smallest actions gradually develops ability, willpower, and lasting inner strength. This is not just theory, it is a strategy for turning potential into real results. Practicing perseverance strengthens your self-control and ability to manage yourself in any situation. When each day is filled with intentional actions, you build good habits and reduce the influence of emotions or external pressures. Consistent habits create the foundation for long-term progress, as every small step accumulates into greater strength and confidence. Another aspect is that perseverance trains you to face challenges with composure. When difficulties arise, the habit of focus and intentional action keeps you from being discouraged. Every failure or obstacle becomes an opportunity to learn and adjust while also reinforcing mental strength. This is the way to live with purpose and grow sustainably, turning challenges into motivation and progressing step by step. Not only that, this principle also helps you optimize your energy and potential. Through consistent practice, you learn how to allocate time, prioritize important actions, and maintain inner motivation. Steadfastness in action generates positive energy, enhances focus, and improves effectiveness in every area of life, shaping resilience, endurance, and a well-rounded character. Excellence does not come from fleeting inspiration, but from consistency, determination, and a daily commitment to growth. By applying this principle, you gradually become the best version of yourself with a steady spirit, strong self-mastery, and lasting inner strength. The journey of exploring the 12 Stoic principles is not just a set of tips on mindset or action. It is a handbook for training the mind, developing character, and optimizing your potential. From acting as if you are the best, focusing on effort, cultivating discipline, learning from failure, and living fully in the present, to building inner strength, competing with yourself, staying humble yet decisive, and practicing perseverance daily. Each principle is a tool that elevates your personal standards and guides you toward lasting excellence. Stoicism emphasizes that true strength does not lie in what happens around you, but in how you respond to it. By applying the mindset of acting as if you are the best, you learn to manage emotions, strengthen self-control and resilience, and turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Progress and success come from consistent, intentional actions aligned with your values, not from luck or favorable circumstances. Another key point is the spirit of continuous self-improvement. Each day is an opportunity to become better than you were yesterday. By maintaining discipline, practicing good habits, learning from failures, and facing challenges with composure, you develop inner strength, confidence, and adaptability, qualities that enable you to reach your fullest potential. Moreover, these principles also help you create a positive impact on your surroundings. When you act with determination, confidence, and clear values, that energy spreads, inspiring others and raising the standard of action around you. This is exactly how Stoicism guides us to live fully, by developing ourselves while also contributing to the growth of our community and environment. Finally, applying the 12 Stoic principles allows you to face challenges with determination, act with purpose, and move toward the best version of yourself. You not only develop ability, willpower, and inner strength, but also create a life that is meaningful, sustainable, and fulfilling. True to the spirit of Stoicism, each day is an opportunity to practice, improve, and move closer to your fullest potential. And that is the path to genuine excellence. And if you want to learn how to apply Stoic philosophy to cultivate confidence, resilience, and inner strength, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the upcoming videos on this channel. This will be a journey that helps you act like your best self, calm, composed, and constantly shining.